I have a friend in the US who recently called me to share something. And in the course of our discussion, he told me a story that really touched me. He's a truck driver. So he said one day he was driving, and then another driver, drove past him with speed. And so he wondered in his heart, why would this driver be driving this recklessly? Shortly after that, this driver that drove past him hit an animal. And instead of driving away, he came out of his car and he called 911 while he was trying to resuscitate this animal because the animal, of course, fainted. He also dropped from his car to assist the man. And while they were attending to the animal, they could hear siren. The medics were already on their way. He said, and I quote, "Imagine an animal, human being, having compassion on an animal, and because he hit an animal, he had to stop to attend to the animal, to save the life of the animal." Now that got me thinking. Here in Nigeria, my own dear country, human lives are not valued at all, at all. I mean, take a look at what is happening in Plateau State, for instance. Let's look at what is happening in Benue State. Let's look at what is happening in Zamfara State, in Katsina, and other localities. How many times do we have to go through the killings of human lives, and that we tend to not care anymore about what is going on within these communities where killings are taking place? Like, where is our humanity? In America, an animal was hit. Not that somebody intentionally killed the animal. No. He just hit the animal accidentally, and he stopped to attend to the animal and also call medics on the animal, to come and help revive the animal. Here we go into communities and we annihilate the lives of human being, a fellow human being killing another human being. And what happens next? It's as if we don't even care what is going on. Everybody goes on with their lives. While killings is going on in one community, the other community is just living their lives. Nobody cares anymore. What is our government doing? What are we doing as human beings, as Nigerians, to see an end to these killings? Senseless killings. Senseless killings. Why don't we value lives in this part of our country? When do we begin to look at each other and see the reason why we need to support each other to succeed rather than thinking of how to destroy each other? Please and please and please, let's change our orientation about the humanity that we all possess. We all are human beings. We all belong to this country called Nigeria, and we must all ensure that this country succeeds. It falls on each one of us to ensure that this country succeeds in the humanity that we carry. We can't afford to continue to live our lives as if no life matters. That we will sit down and more than 10 lives are lost, and the government is having nonchalant attitude towards it. It's as if nothing is happening. Sometimes these things happen and you will not even hear them. And I feel most of those things that are happening are politically motivated. So people use politics because they know, of course, when you talk about ethnicity, religion, when you talk about Middle Belt and you talk about the North, this is what the people are most concerned about. You don't touch religion, you don't touch ethnicity. When you do that, they're going to come at each other. So our politicians are aware of this, and so they use it on the people. But I think the people need to be wise and begin to say to themselves, enough is enough. When anybody wants to put any situation on any ethnicity, we would say no. We will now begin to see certain people as being the enemy just because somebody is using this against us. Are you aware that the same people you probably are looking at as being the worst enemy of yours, somebody is also going behind to make you look like the enemy to them? So they succeed in making us see each other as enemies. You need to wise up.